Man Wes here, and welcome to Day 5 of SHOCKTOBERFEST 2023. Today, this one, it's interesting. We're going to be talking about the 2016 film Train to Busan. Wow, okay, I was a little, leery about it because it's another zombie film. I mean, we've seen so many of them, from George Romero to Resident Evil to you name it, they've been done. This one was, pretty crazy. This movie is about a young man who has been dealing with a pretty much breakup with his wife, and all he wants to do is take care of his daughter. And they get on a train to head to Busan, and in the midst of all this, there's an outbreak where one person is bitten and gets on the train and starts to bite everybody. And then they bite people. And then they start biting people. And then everybody starts to get bit. And then they have to find their wits to hide and secure themselves in areas where they're not paying attention to get to a safe part of the train in order to make it to Busan and get the hell out of there. And they do, for the most part, apart from some of the people that have not been bitten that do the whole,
"Oh no, what if they've been bitten? What if they're lying to us? Oh no, holy crap!"
that type of situation. Well, eventually, everybody gets knocked down to a pregnant woman whose husband gets bitten, the daughter, and the husband that is dealing with the breakup. And unfortunately, in the end, he gets bitten, and he sacrifices himself in order for his daughter and the pregnant woman to survive. Now it's time to talk about what I like and what I don't like about the film. We're going to talk about what I like about the film this time around, because I've been doing the whole I don't like things right away. We're going to talk about what I like first. Which, ironically enough, I know in Creepshow 2 I talked about all three stories being about isolation. Yes, this one is definitely an isolation. But it's going from point A to point B in a very fast pace. And a lot is going on. I love the concept of the people that have not been infected yet hiding in bathroom stalls and covering up the windows and the doors with newspapers to distract the zombies, and also throwing a cell phone and calling it, so then they go towards that while they find a safer exit to a nearby car in the train to get to the non-bitten people. I think that's very innovative. Another thing that I like about it is the ending. I mean, the father, gets bitten, and instead of trying to survive, be the hero, he becomes a superhero. Because most superheroes sacrifice themselves near the end, or attempt to, in order to save many. And I liked that. I also liked the fact that the daughter and the pregnant woman are trying to get back to safety, and the little daughter is singing a song that she was feeling very insecure about when she was at school and her dad wasn't there, to keep her going. And it's just something that's very heartwarming, even in a moment when the military see them from a distance but aren't sure. And the fact is, you hear the girl singing, and that's when they realize they're not infected. I liked that. The one thing I really don't like about this movie is pretty much, it was the cliche. It was the whole, one of the conductors of the train, or one of the people involved on the train, was trying to keep everybody secluded. Anybody that was around the infected humans. Where it was like, oh no, they're bitten. Oh, how do we know they're lying? It was basically Captain Rhodes from Day of the Dead on steroids. This dude was just a nut. And not in the good way either. It got so annoying. To the point where I was just like, I hope he dies. I hope he dies a gruesome death. And he does, kind of. One thing about this movie that I wasn't also very keen on was that granted, yes, in a movie like this, you're going to have multiple characters that have side stories of what's going on. One of them has a relative that is sick and ill, that she's trying to make sure they're okay, and eventually they sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Then you have a boy who has a crush on a girl. You have, the husband-wife who the wife is pregnant. So many things are going on to the point where it's hard to keep up, and it's like,
ADHD on set.
So it's very hard to keep up at times. All in all, I think this movie is pretty awesome. Give or take the things I like and I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an A- because it has been done before with a lot of the zombie tropes, but they did something a little different. It may not have been perfect, but it was close. So, A- for you, Train to Busan. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, and if you didn't agree with everything I said, you can leave a thumbs down too. I totally get it. I'm trying to do my best with my homework, and it's not always the best, but I try. Otherwise, make sure you push that little red button and ring that bell for instant notifications for the upcoming episodes on Dragonfire Entertainment. Until then, I'm Wildman West, and we will see you tomorrow for Day 6 of Shocktoberfest 2023. Take care, and as always, stay scared.